Okay, happy September, everybody, or, I don't know. I mean, it's a happy September for me, because I don't have to go to school, and, well, a lot of you probably have to, but then I hear, like, COVID-19 still going on, so I don't really know what people are gonna do for school this year. I hear they're gonna do it, like, homeschooling or some crap, but yeah. But here we're gonna talk about some Teletubbies episodes, some more with the UK review series. I used to watch Teletubbies a lot in September, I think. I don't know, did I really have, like, days off from school or something to, like, watch it? I don't know. But next up is Catherine's Toy Farm, and this is a weird episode. Yeah, apparently. So this is the first episode of 1999, I think. So yeah. And this one, the opening scene has the Right Path 2 opening shot with the windmill on screen. This is basically the scene from number 7, where each of the Teletubbies arrive at the table one by one, but instead of seeing the voice trumpet rising up and counting to 7, they see the windmill spinning with the zoomed-in window clip, and they say, uh-oh, and run off. Lala's chosen for a TV event. It's about a little girl showing off a toy farm. Like, there's, like, sheep and stuff, and, like, cows. And the sheep is very fitting, unlike in most episodes with a certain segment that shows up in this episode. But we'll talk about that in a little bit. The next scene has Lala coming outside, and then she fetches the others and brings them outside. And then they watch a magical event. This magical event is absolutely weird. This is the very first new magical event since the Lion and Bear, and actually the very last magical event ever made. Other than an alternate version of the Lion and Bear that we won't talk about until much later. But yeah. Basically, the segment starts up weird. They show a footage of the Teletubbies listening for the bear, saying, "I'm the bear, and I'm coming." Yeah, they use that footage, but, like, the Teletubbies see a bunch of clouds up in the sky, and then they use the regular footage from most of the other magical events where they're running off to follow it. And the clouds turn into sheep, and then they're like, "We are the sheep, we are the sheep, we are the sheep, and here we are, now we are the sheep, we are the sheep, we are the sheep." I think one of them is voiced by Tim Whitnall, who's the narrator. So yeah. And Little Bo Peep comes to Teletubby Land to look for the sheep. I'm Little Bo Peep. I've lost my sheep. I don't know where to find them. I'll leave them alone, and they'll come home, wagging their tails behind them. This magical event was just so weird. It's the longest magical event ever made, apparently. I remember before I saw this, I played a game on the BBC website based on this, where, like, she's looking for her sheep. The sheep are hiding behind 3 trees that look just like the magic tree. And yeah, and then they fly up into space at the end. Apparently. Apparently, like, some of the Teletubbies giggling during the event is from trickle painting. I don't really know how that is. And, like, at the end of the event, because it's a long event, like, the camera just cuts to the windmill, or not the windmill stopping, it cuts to the voice trumpet rising for Tubby Bye-Bye. It doesn't show the windmill stopping or the baby son giggling. So, yeah. Dipsy's the missing Teletubby and Tiki Wiki's the boo shouter. 10 Little Men finger play. This one's a weird one. The first scene has Dipsy listening to a voice trumpet that's counting to 10. And then he sees the zoomed out windmill clip, and he watches a TV event. Poe is chosen. Like, they use the regular audio of her getting chosen for a TV event the first time, but at the same time they also use different audio. But yeah, it's another Music with Debbie TV event. Of course, Poe is chosen for, like, all of those TV events. I swear she is. Yeah, this time they're doing, like, some, like, finger play, which is, like, type of story you act out with your fingers. Kind of like in this one Barney Waiting for Santa video where they're like, "When Santa comes to our house, I'd like to take a peek, but I know he'll never come till I'm fast asleep." I forget how this one goes, but I think it has something to do with, like, the number 10. Yeah. Then, a scene where the Teletubbies are playing Ring Around the Rosies with the voice trumpet. I just noticed something. Both the opening scene and closing scene have the voice trumpet appear. Are there any other episodes where that happens, where the voice trumpet shows up in both scenes? I think there are. I think it was in, like, the Hickory Dickory Dock episode where that happens. But yeah, and at the end of the segment, there's a really weird part. The windmill plays the regular whooshing sound, and when the Teletubbies see the windmill spinning, they use the regular clip of the windmill spinning for when they are outside. When they're inside, they use a different window clip where the window is right in front of it, but here they don't. And that's pretty weird. And then after they run off, the second part of the magical event tune plays, and then they go watch the magic tree. And then after that, they have enough time for the extended version of the walking dance. And the Sun Baby giggles, and the voice trumpet's rising is delayed. In the Sunday special version, at the end of the dance, the windmill stops spinning, and apparently they used the clip of the Teletubbies saying "uh-oh" from the Twisty Dance. I just think that's weird, because it was just Lala that we saw, like, standing on the hill all by herself. Like, why didn't it just show a clip of just her saying "uh-oh"? I feel like they could have used the clip from Numbers 10 of her saying that. But yeah. I don't know. Like, why would all the Teletubbies be there at the same time? And apparently this is the last episode directed by Nikki Hinckley. So yeah. And Lala's the missing Teletubby and Dipsy's the boo shouter. Now Harp. This one's kind of a boring one in my opinion. The opening scene has Tinky Winky making adjustments on the control panel, kind of like the one time when Poe was doing that. It has a zoomed out window windmill clip. And they go watch the TV event. Tinky Winky's chosen for the TV event. This girl and this lady are playing a harp. They're playing Baba Black Sheep. It's actually like an interesting TV event. Yeah, they're like strumming the strings and knocking on it, on the wood. But yeah. The next scene has the Field 2 opening shot but it has the long, the extended opening music, and it has 2 field shots. So yeah. And then, like, a harp appears. Yes, a harp just randomly appears, and Poe and Tinky Winky can, like, play the trumpet. I said trumpet. The harp, very well. I meant to say harp, not trumpet. They can play the harp very well, even though they've never seen a harp before in their entire life. But yeah. In the Sunday special version after that, there's actually 2 different Sunday special versions of this. One of them has the magic tree taking place afterwards, which makes sense because there's harp music playing during the magic tree, and yeah. And then another one that has, like, the Dizzy Dance. That's what I've heard. I only, like, feel like people are thinking that has that, because that happened on the Teletubbies video called Musical Playtime, where the Dizzy Dance showed up after the harp segment. I don't know if that actually did happen, but yeah. And, like, apparently, like, the harp just flies away, just like Lil Bo Peep and her sheep. Like, I don't get it. Why is everything suddenly flying away? What? Oh my god, are they like aliens or something? It's like the dancing bear. But yeah, Dipsy's the missing Teletubby and Tinky Winky's the boo shouter. Hermit crabs. This one has an opening scene where the Teletubbies are walking around in circles and stuff. Like, they're walking around the hills and stuff. I've seen, like, a clip. I've seen, like, this segment in, like, various, like, episodes and home videos, but it was slightly different in those. Like, one time they only showed the clip of them seeing the windmill spinning. And by the way, this one has the Right Path 2 opening shot without the windmill on screen. It has no field shot. Dipsy is chosen for the TV event. Some kids are looking for some hermit crabs with Andy. So yeah. And then, like, the Teletubbies are, like, going all around, like, Teletubby Land, coming and going. It has a long version of, like, the Field 2 opening shot. Apparently this was the last episode directed by Nigel P. Harris. Poe's the missing Teletubby and Lala's the boo shouter. Making Mosaics. This one has an opening scene where the Teletubbies are running around the hills. It kind of makes me think of the Running Away dance, actually. And in this episode, the TV event music plays a few seconds earlier than usual. So yeah, Lala's chosen for a TV event. These kids are, like, making, like, mosaics, which are, like, I don't know what they are exactly, I forget, but you should go watch the episode. It's actually a pretty interesting TV event. And then Lala, or Po and Tinky Winky are playing a game of in and out. Yeah, they're playing, like, opposites. Like, Po's in the puddle, and, like, Tinky Winky's, like, out of the puddle, or something. And the camera cuts to the voice trumpet after that without showing the baby son giggling or the windmill stopping. And the voice trumpet's rising is delayed. I don't know why, I kind of could have sworn this had the splashing dance at the end. Maybe I saw, like, a custom-made version of this episode on YouTube, but yeah. Tinky Winky's the missing Teletubby, and Dipsy's the boo shouter. Now, ball games with Debbie. This one has an opening scene where the Teletubbies are coming into the house and bumping tummies. This has the Right Path 2 opening shot without the windmill on screen, as the zoomed-in window windmill clip. Also, in a lot of these later episodes, they use the TV event music from the beach. I don't know if I mentioned this before, but they use that a lot in these episodes. But yeah. And then the TV event, Po is chosen for the TV event. And it's another Music with Debbie episode. Yeah, and this is the last appearance of Debbie, and this one is weird. They don't sing songs or anything, they do exercise with toy balls. You know, like the Barney song, when you have a ball, you have the world's greatest toy of all. Yeah, that. Oh my god, this one's just so out of place from the other ones. It's like this one, it's like the one, like, Alex Pascal TV event where he's not singing a song, he's like reading a book. So yeah. And then a scene, the next scene has no field shot, just an opening shot. And it has like a cloud starts raining and leaving a puddle. And Lala's ball, she accidentally throws her ball into the puddle, and it keeps rolling away, like floating away from her as she's trying to get it out. So Po blows on it to give it to her. Yeah, like, remember that one time when Po had a blowy day? And, like, there's this, like, rabbit behind the ball, which is controlling it, like, floating in the water. I don't know if anyone noticed that, but yeah. And then after that, they watch the three ships, and then the windmill stops spinning. In the Sunday special version, before the windmill stops spinning, they go do the splashing dance, and at the end, the windmill stops spinning without the Teletubbies saying, uh-oh. Dipsy's the missing Teletubby and Po's the boo shouter. Okay, now we're on to season 9, I think. I don't know. I tried using, like, information from, like, a website called track.tv, I think that's what it's called. And, like, some of the seasons are just, like, scrambled up or something, I don't know. But this next one, season 9, is fruit tasting. This one has a scene, a really long scene with the Right Path 2 opening shot with the windmill on screen, where, like, Po and Tinky Winky are smelling the flowers. I just thought this scene, like, dragged on way too long. But yeah, Dipsy's chosen for a TV event. In a lot of these later episodes, Dipsy, like, the Teletubbies are heard saying uh-oh twice when the TV event plays a second time. Apparently, like, this happens quite a lot. I'm surprised. But yeah. So, yeah. Apparently. Yeah, these kids are tasting different kinds of fruit and stuff. And then they do the dizzy dance. In this episode, the dance just starts right away. And this would actually be the very last appearance until 2001, when it was used a final time. But yeah, and apparently, like, this episode kind of uses a shortened version of the dance. I kind of noticed it, but I only noticed it a little while ago when I was watching this episode. I wasn't paying attention for a little bit, and then when I go back to, like, paying attention to the episode, the windmill had already stopped spinning. Yes, the windmill stopped spinning after the Teletubbies saying, uh-oh. So yeah, apparently in the Sunday special version, actually the next episode starts, which is colors yellow, which we'll talk about in the next part. Lala's the missing Teletubby and Tinky Winky's the boo shouter. So that's it for now, see you later.